All right, welcome back to Cactus Cup 2026, hosted by Arizona Roller Derby. I am Cakes.
And I am Rolene.
And we are joined with our amazing producer, Scar Trek. Thank you so much for joining us. I think everybody is now in our chat as well as in the stands. Hope you're feeling well and you are hydrating. It's a beautiful day here at Ability 360. Are we near downtown Phoenix? No, we're kind of like 10
I am
minutes
not
out.
the girly to ask, but I would believe you if you convinced me well. We have some chat asking, thank you, anyone here, the MVPs? I can tell you the MVPs for the last game. I was announcing it with Rainbow Spite. The MV Jammer was Holly Ween, MVB, Slammer Rai, and MV overall was Maliboomer for SoCal. And for Cherry City, we had Ragnaroxy for Jammer, Rosie Macabre for your blocker, and Slade Merriam for your overall.
Yeah, that last game we just saw was SoCal taking on Cherry City with an upset, 140 to 181. So, just one moment.
Not sure what that was on the mic, but
It's a ghost.
It was the vendor calling for one of the members.
All right.
oh, forgive me. That was one of the members here at Ability 360 getting paged to the front.
I thought it was God being really mad at us for having such shenanigans at this table. Okay, so anyway, we're going to let you know a little bit more about the game you're about to see. You're going to see the Sacramento Roller Derby Maulstars, the number 3 seed, taking on Team Montana Roller Derby, the number 7 seed. This is the consolation bracket after quite an upset yesterday, specifically for Sacramento. Do you remember that game? Did you watch it?
I
it was
actually
against
announced on that game.
That's
yeah.
right. So Angel City took away that game 165 to 142, and the predictor let us down. We thought the predictor knew all. And
So far, the predictor, has been really spookily close, but it just goes to show you predictions are exactly that. It's a thought of the future, not the true future.
That's true. So we'll let you know our rosters here as well as our officials. Rolene, can you let us know more about Sacramento?
Absolutely. Coming from Capital City, California, Sacramento Roller Derby playing in blue. We have 1 Swifty, 10 Jelly, 1013 Red, 106 Allison, 143 Cinder Blocker, 17 Rhodes Warrior, 1818 Mobile Morgue, 1985 Con Artist, 44 Foreclosure, 451 Shock in Auburn, Captain Shock in Auburn to you, 50 Annie Rexic, 618 Mo Dirt, 67 Rose Villain, 80 Merle Hazard, and 82 Myth America.
Skating for Team Montana, you have 0 Mauled Whiskey, number 12 Foggy, 17 is Texas Twister, number 18 is O2 Tank, number 22 is Tough Love, number 23 your captain Sparta, number 29 Danny DeFito, number 36 Double D, number 44 Montucky Lucky, and number 49 Party Thrasher, number 512 Hanny Oakley, number 520 Dr. Brawly Pop, number 605 Hammer, number 619 Party Crasher, the assistant captain, co-captain, number 90, I-90, and they are coached by Inconvenient Ruth. Who
Our officials on and off the track starts with Trog, Malasuerte, Talia Up, Flip, Nitrous, Monster Mash, Umpire Strikes Back, Needle Fever, Aaron Burr, Misbehavin'.
We also have Spike, Bacon the Question, Newbie McHusband, PH Demon, Fighting Girlfriend, Space Racer, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boom, and Sam Antics.
Special shout out there to Fighting Girlfriend. Typically plays for Elevate Roller Derby. Asked for a $2 hot dog, $1 water to be played at the beginning of this warm-up time for this. I remember Fighting Girlfriend asking for the same request as a skater at Deep Blue last year, and I very respectfully honored it.
As you should. And I would like to give a shout out to So Lou's Coffee. Lou's Chaos is caffeinating me this morning, so thank you so much. It's nice to see Lou's.
House.
In the house. So we now have
That whistle tells us that we are coming up to the start of this game. Game 8 here at Cactus Cup 2026.
If you're just joining us, you'll see Sacramento in a beautiful deep blue color.
Beautiful.
Team Montana in a nice white jersey with the mountainous terrain on the front of their jersey. I know you can't see that on the television, but I can. It's beautiful.
Both of these teams playing in blue and white typically. So Sac in blue, Montana in white.
Swifty on that Night Owl Jam line against Sparta from Montana. Sparta does prevail through very quickly off of that bat, and we have the pack settling down in turn 1.
This is Sparta. Swifty out on initial. Sparta calling it off of the inside. And that's just going to be a tester.
Yeah, just a warm-up. That's a warm-up.
Just looking to see how it's going. Up in the chat right now, thanks for joining us online. We got lots of love for Sacramento. Let's go Capital Maulstars. Woo, Sacramento. Needles. Go, SRD. I believe that's Needle Fever, so a little bit of official love there too. Going into Jam 2, who's on the Night Owl Jam line? Well, that's Allison up against Foggy.
Allison picks up that lead at jammer position for Sacramento, and they're off to the races very quickly. Allison already on a scoring run, not too far behind Foggy, literally 2 seconds behind.
Rose Warrior keeping an eye out for Foggy as Allison calls off that jam. Again, just a little tester. Test jam, 1, 2, 3.
Mic check, 1, 2.
1, 2.
Yeah, so 1-1 on the lead jammers. 0 points.
We're
Aw.
taking turns.
It's called sharing.
You got a test, I got a test.
Sharing's caring. And you're watching the consolation bracket. The thing is, this team, whoever prevails in this contest for Game 8, will take on Cherry City from that upset yesterday to get the 5th or 6th place game.
Cherry City just played the previous game and took the win against SoCal Derby.
Yeah, 140-181. That was huge.
Huge.
Tumble there in turn 1 as we're on in Jam 3 already. Foreclosure.
Party Thrasher jamming for Montana up against Foreclosure.
And Foreclosure takes the lead jammer position. Party Thrasher trying to turn it up to an 11, but Foreclosure is like, you know what? Let's go 3 for 3. 0-0s all around. 1 in the penalty box for Team Montana.
Told you, test jam, 1, 2, 3.
Yep, check. 1, 2, 3.
I just saw Dick's Enormous in the bathroom after Cherry City's win.
And that's a sentence you'd never thought you'd hear.
You know. And I said, when's your next game? And Dick's Enormous said, whenever they tell me to play. And I said, aye.
Rolene, who is on that Night Owl Jam line?
Well, that's Merle Hazard very shortly off that jam line with lead jammer status up against Danny DeFito.
Now, what I love about Team Montana is their defensive walls and how they come together so well.
Would you say they're mountainous?
They're mountainous with their defense.
Mountainous. However, Merle Hazard blasting through those mountains, gaining 4 points for Sacramento.
Yeah, Sacramento taking that front wall right now defensively, forcing Danny DeFito to stash the star, but
Con Artist at the top of the pack giving a bit of a send-off there to Danny DeFito.
I really like the work there by 1985 Con Artist. Con, you did it again with your defense. 8 points on that jam brings Sacramento's score to 8.
But not without some penalties. Sacramento currently has their pivot sitting in the box. That is the Lookout Publications penalty box. We're refreshing our jam penalty score tracker right now, courtesy of our lovely producer. That's Scar Trek there. 143 in the box. Who is that? That's Cinder Blocker sitting in the box.
Jam 5 underway. Sparta back on the jam line against Mobile Morgue. Pack starting to turn into turn 2, but this time switching it up. Sparta picks up the lead for Montana.
This is Sparta's lead.
There's only the second lead so far for Montana, but still very early. We're just now trickling away on the first 5 minute We're going to get a forearm call on Sparta, so this is a lead loss. We'll go the full 2 minutes.
Brick Road Coffee Power Jam in favor of Mobile Morgue. Speaking of Mobile Morgue, I was corrected on fashion etiquette here. Mobile Morgue is playing in slacks. Slacks, honey, not jeans. Either way, quite impressive.
Well, Mobile Morgue is not slacking on the track, that is for sure. Nice work there by an attempt by Double D from Team Montana, forcing Morgue out. But Mobile Morgue gets through, puts up 4. It looks like a 3.
It is a lead change now for Sacramento. Sacramento currently in the lead. You know what? I feel like that is time for us to roll this announcer die. No, not a lead change, but just a lead advantage. And we're gonna roll the die anyways. It says announce the next jam with your hands up. So the next jam, we're going to have our hands up. Meanwhile, Mobile Morgue is putting a bit more of a space between that score. 7 points so far on the board, 11 as I say it. Sparta currently with 8 in this jam, putting Montana on the score. A jump, skip, and a hop from Mobile Morgue, but sends Mobile Morgue back to the back of the pack. It was unsuccessful. Meanwhile, Sparta getting through with an additional 4.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna get a power jam situation courtesy of Brick Road Coffee. We're gonna do a switcheroo here, and Montana now on the board. I think that's their highest scoring jam so far, and it's helpful that it's in the beginning of the jam for us.
Ooh, just kidding. They said it, they saw it, and they took it away. It is now 8 points, but it still is the highest scoring jam for Montana. Not the highest scoring jam in the game, though, so far. 13 for Sacramento. So with Mobile Morgue starting this jam in the penalty box, Foggy now takes lead jammer status for Montana.
Band-Aid Brigade in our chat says, love the lore. And the medics were just asking about the pants. So yes, the slacks, not the pants. 143 at that front wall, putting together that nice defensive cinder blocker, really doing some damage here for Sacramento and slowing down Foggy just enough. Complimentary is Con Artist. Con going to the back, taking lane 4 with her, just forcing Foggy to recall, gives Mobile Morgue some time to get out on that initial.
Mobile Morgue's definitely starting a fashion trend here in the chat. I'm low-key jealous and need to step up my fashion game now from Band-Aid Brigade.
Love the work here by Annie Rexick. Force Foggy to call off the jam because Mobile Morgue starting to pick up speed. Nice work for defense overall.
Again, that fashion trend, it's on a roll. It's really cool.
It is really cool. 3 points on the board for Team Montana. The score now 21-11. We have 22 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Excuse me, 27 seconds remaining. We have enough timeout.
An official review.
Oh my goodness.
Why, hi, Scar Trek. Hi, bye. Scar Trek is now racing down to the track to keep us informed on those secrets. But we don't get to know the secrets until the game of telephone is played.
That's true.
Because we are on a hybrid call.
Godzilla says, nice tag team, Cinder Blocker and Con Artist. I agree. I really liked that work in turn 2. They did a lot of back and forth.
Confirm.
Sorry?
You
confirm. Perfect.
Poor Cakes. What are you trying to say to me?
I hate that I can't play poker. My face says it all. It's slowly computing. I'm waiting for Solu's coffee to break the blood-brain barrier. So hopefully
loosely chaotic right now, but that's okay. We'll catch up.
Knox says Norm is a jock with a heart of gold. I love that. We're being asked, what is the score prediction for this game?
Good question.
I wrote it down earlier, and I know that I have it somewhere in my paperwork.
I bet you dollars to donuts that our fantastic producer has it.
I bet you.
Because Scar Trek keeps those stats. So we'll give Scar Trek a bit of a second here to get all the info. Oh my goodness, that was so fast.
So Montana wanted the points that had gone up.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was a good call on Montana to question and want those points back that went up on the scoreboard. And I've been a scoreboard operator before, and I've also done score tracking, and it's sometimes you just hit that button way too fast.
Yeah.
But also could be that we missed points. So it's always good to check. So I would have used that official review as well. Good call.
And shout out again to all of our officials on and off the track for keeping this game rolling and going. We so appreciate it.
Aw, my wife. 451. Let's go.
Oh, a little bit of some
Shock and
wifey
Auburn, the
love.
captain of Sacramento. So Sparta Fish. And I like that the predictor, thank you, our producers in the chat.
Oh, hey, nay.
Predictor says 167 to 133 in favor of Sacramento.
That's oh, hey, nay. Oh, hi, nay.
Oh, hi, nay.
Oh, hi, nay.
You got us.
So were you beamed up here that fast, Scar Trek? Because that was quite fast. You beamed in. That was impressive.
Actually, Star Trek's not actually here. This is the holodeck.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Everything's an optical illusion. Game on. It doesn't look like that was retained. However, I do agree that was an important
If you
question.
don't ask, you never know. So ask. Ask them questions.
Both teams at full strength as we head into Jam 7 there, Rolene.
Swifty on the Night Owl Jam line for Sacramento and Party Thrasher for Montana. Swifty now with that lead. We saw some fantastic slip in and slide in by Swifty last game, so I'm kind of expecting it now with this one. Party Thrasher gets through with start in hand on initial. Swifty getting recycled back there by 3-6 on Montana. That's double D. Calls it off. Another testing jam, just testing.
Swifty shaking it off for that jam. Almost 0-0, but did pick up 1 point. Sneaky,
Just, you
sneaky
know,
PH Demon
Sneaky.
sees all.
PH Demon sees it all. And we saw PH Demon's husband hit the 600 game on skates yesterday.
That is a huge feat,
So much fun.
or a huge skate.
Adam Splitter.
Allison on that Night Owl jam line.
Not Adam Splitter, sorry. Adam Smasher.
Against Danny DeFito, but Danny DeFito picks up the lead jammer position and then immediately gets a penalty. That's a track cut. So Allison has some time to...
Allison has exactly 2 minutes in this jam.
Well, yes.
1 minute and 30 seconds now.
So that lead was lost, and Allison now the lead jammer for Sacramento. And the pack just hangs out at the Night Owl jam line.
I see.
I think they're thinking about the Night Owl menu.
I thought the jam was lost forever, but no, Allison picked it up, saved it
Not forever. Ever?
forever. I'm sorry,
It's
Miss
okay.
Allison. I am for real, and you are the real lead jammer in this jam.
4 points on the board for Sacramento, starting to pull away a little bit on that lead. Oh, swivels on the inside, finds room on lane 4, puts up 4 big points for Sacramento.
This ship is sailing. Bon voyage, 8 points so far. Danny DeFito back fresh from the Lookout publication penalty box. Start in hand.
Get a direction call on one of the players. I'm not sure what's that. Oh, it's going to be from Sac, and that's going to be Annie Rexick. So
Annie
pack
Rexick.
advantage going into jam number 9.
14 Montana, 11 points though on the score for Sacramento, bring the score 33-11. Easy math tells me that is a 22-point difference so far in this game. 19 minutes and 45 seconds, as I say it, on the clock for the first half as we go into jam 9.
Ref Boyardee says, yay, Derby. And Sparta Fish says, let's go, Allie. Ellison is a star. Truly, oh, I see what you did there, Velociraptor. Oh,
I get it.
Beautiful pun.
Rar to
You're
you.
very punny. I love it so much.
Rar.
Jam 9 underway, Sparta on the jam line for Montana, but it's forecloser that takes that lead jammer position for Sacramento.
Signed, sealed, and delivered, if you will. Closed on. Sparta out of the pack for Montana on initial as foreclosure is looking for points, get bumped out to the inside, calls it from the floor. That was a nice how do you do there by Party Crasher.
Yeah, and I like that was denied by Dr. Brawley Pop on the inside lane originally for foreclosure, causing foreclosure to call off the jam and doing really good damage defensively, and they won MVP yesterday.
However, 2 points still to Sac.
Great work by Sacramento. 6 out of 9 jams of lead jammer position.
Ooh, Dino sees Dino in the chat. Rar, tee. Bless her. Dinosaur.
You never get sore at the gym if you're with a dinosaur.
That's true. Merle Hazard on the track for Sacramento up against Foggy.
Pack advantage for Team Montana. Pack starts to break apart a little bit, but Sacramento taking that back
bridges
wall.
There. That's 6, 1, 8. Mo Dirt helping to build that bridge. Mo Dirt for the bridge.
Merle Hazard takes that lead jammer position, coming around the bend very quickly. Foggy is stalled in that back wall. And, of course, courtesy of the defensive maneuvers here, an all-star right now, the con artist.
Con. Merle Hazard so far with 4 points re-entering the pack. Looking for some additional scores. Is met at the back by 5-2-0. That's Dr. Brawley Pop. Slides on through on the inside, gaining 4 additional points for Sacramento.
Dr. Barley Pop picking up that lead, multiplayer block. So pack advantage continues for Sacramento, and I think it's starting to play off in their favor. It does help getting that lead jammer position there, Rolene, and now we're at a 12-point jam so far.
Multiplayer,
multipass. And it's a multipass for Merle Hazard.
3 so far. 12 points currently on the board for Sacramento in this jam. 32 seconds as I speak on the jam clock. And Foggy out on initial. Hazard calling it off. 16 points in total.
Now, obviously, it's still pretty early. We're just finishing up that first quarter of this game. Biggest score of the game so far in that jam, 16 points. It stops the clock at 16 minutes and 59 seconds as we're getting a team timeout requested
by Team Montana. Fantastic time to let you know that Thread, Sweat, and Tears is an official event sponsor of the 2026 Cactus Cup. They are more than jerseys. They're more than merch. They are built for a community and led by the notorious Murda. So thank you so much. Thank you to Murda and Thread, Sweats, and Tears for being a proud sponsor.
And thank you for that towel because it's a heat wave here at Cactus Cup.
Have you used it?
I pulled it out of my bag because I'm going to need it. It's
today.
It was 105 at 9 a.m. this morning.
I was thank you.
Absolutely
no, thank
disgusted.
You.
And I'm from Vegas, so I don't know what that that says a lot.
That says something. That does.
If you're starting to make plans for your day, just so you know, we have Juarez and Wasatch coming up after this game. So this game obviously is going to be heavy hitting, but you want to stick around for that round robin of Juarez and Wasatch coming up next.
Here in the chat, we have Love for Hazard. Let's go, Haz. Wall of Sacramento roller derby, all the murder. A little bit of shout out to that 1v1. Go Mo.
And we'd love the chat, so please continue to be part of this with us.
And speaking of the
I love
chat,
the little dinos.
We're looking for, oh, you opened it up. Yay, I'm so excited. There's a magic worm now in the announcer section. I can't wait to play with it. But going back to playing derby.
And it's an actual toy.
It is a toy. There's a little toy.
With googly eyes.
I will show you what the magic worm can do. It's a little worm on a piece of thread, but it's fun. Anyways, it's now turning into an official timeout, if my eyes don't deceive me. Great time to let you know that we will be looking for your considerations for our MVs for this game. So if you're in the chat, keep us posted on who you think should get the MV.
One thing I really like about Team Montana is, yes, the score differential is showcasing a big gap right now, but Montana will do a great job figuring out how to break this habit. And yesterday's game showcased that they are really good at star passing if it doesn't work. And just as I say that, just as I was saying that, I was talking to our producer here, Scar Trek. There has been no star passes, and sure enough, we got one just then. So
just a little double D.
Just a little double D with a nice double pass on that.
Gets Mobile Morg to call off that jam.
It does.
With
so
lead jam.
Double zeros.
0 for double D. Oh, we did not do the die that we rolled. We have to do this next jam with hands up.
I'll wait till after this timeout. I think it's
official timeout.
Official timeout.
It's a wonderful time to let you know that another fantastic event sponsor is Proof Bread. At Proof, they believe that bread is more than food. It is nourishment of connections, memory, and craft. Proof is a rebellion in which old world techniques meet modern community to battle modern day apathy and awaken the human spirit one crumb at a time. That is Proof Bread.
All right, Jam 12 will be underway, and the reason for the official timeout is that track cut was given to the jammer.
Mobile Morgue, bum, bum, bum,
Yeah,
making this a power jam.
What ends up happening, though, is this is the second time Mobile Morgue has gotten a track cut. So on trend, hopefully not. I know it takes 3 times before it becomes a trend. Right now it's just a habit. We'll see. Hopefully, that'll break that habit coming soon. Sparta picks up that lead jammer position for Team Montana.
That's Captain Sparta to you. Captain Sparta is sliding through on the outside, however, getting recycled back. Looking, that's Mobile Morgue back from the Lookout Publications penalty box.
I do like that Montana does capitalize on these jammer penalties. Mobile Morgue is back in play. They are making a run for it on the outside lane. It
Sacramento
almost
had to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say Sacramento had to let Sparta go because that bridge just snapped.
I was going to say they were going through that, almost like training cones going through.
Great minds definitely think alike. 4 points awarded to Montana.
Lots of love to Sparta. Hopefully everything is okay. Thank you so much for EMTs for being here on track.
Thank you. Yes, we did turn off our mics for that one just to give a little bit of space and grace for our medics. Thank you so much to the medics for keeping things safe.
Shout out to Coach Tal's crop top.
Yes, crop top. Oh, yes, I see it now. Very croppy.
Love a good crop top. 2 in the box now for Team Montana. Pack advantage for Team Sacramento, so advantage for Team Montana.
Hey, it's me. It's Swifty with the lead. No, it's not.
I was going to say, I thought it was Danny DeFito.
I thought it was, but no.
Swifty is picking up a forearm penalty, so this will be a power jam, a Brick Road Coffee power jam.
Brick Road Coffee
in
power
favor
jam.
of Montana.
Maybe this will be the fuel that they need to catch up to Sacramento's score.
But to your song, I think the problem is me. Actually, it's Swifty.
The problem is Swifty,
Yeah.
but not for long, not for long.
Love this work here from Sacramento. They're just so good. Cinder blocker.
Cinder blocker hug there. Just, hug without arms because that's not allowed.
Yeah, absolutely. And the do-si-do with Rose Villain, keeping that together. Bravo. Nice work by Danny DeFito, picking up 8 points so far in this jam. Closing that score gap just a little bit there, Rolene.
Just a little, but every bit counts. 49 seconds left in this jam. Swifty out on initial with a little bit of a send-off by, that's Double D.
Wow, nice work overall. Both squads just playing their best in Jam 13. Love the work there. That's the biggest jam for Team Montana with 11 points. Brings the score to Montana at 29, 53 to Sacramento, and we are 13 minutes and 18 seconds in this first half.
Cinder's fan club is now dropping into the chat. Lots of people saying, I know Cinder. That's my friend.
Yeah, that's Hello Kitty and Pain Deuce. And
it's better to be
Swiddle,
Cinder's friend than
Easy
Cinder's
Troya.
enemy for sure.
Butch Crashity. Oh my gosh. So many fans in the chat.
Allie's son on that Night Owl Jam line for Sacramento, Foggy for Montana. Pack is sliding back and forth right on the first straightaway. Allison out with lead for Sac.
Here comes the Allison.
Here comes the Allison.
Lead does go to Sacramento. We do have two of our pivots, both pivots in the penalty box. That Lookout Publications penalty box is just writing all the stories these pivots cannot tell about because the stars are on their own. Allison puts up 4.
Jam.
Wow. Wow. Would you just look at that?
Foggy got Allison to turn it off. Lights out on Allison's lead jam.
Aw.
That's okay. Allison gaining 4 points for Sac. Score 57 to 29 with 12 minutes on the clock for the first half as we go into jam 15.
So maybe some of the official timeout moments are working magic for Team Montana because it's been 4 jams in a row now that Montana has got the upswing. So just take a team timeout, ice out the other team, and you'll be fine.
Foreclosure with that lead jam for Sacramento, getting knocked out right at the beginning by Party Thrasher. However, did not stop Cinder Blocker. Cinder Blocker showing us that amazing toe stop work, gets through, and now with 4 points on the board for Sac. Party Thrasher out as well with a bit of a send-off there by Khan.
I like how Forecloser is just all about business.
Business, business, business.
Take my points and close it. Done. 4 points on the board for Sacramento brings them up to 61, 29 for Montana. 10 minutes, 58 seconds remaining.
Merle Hazard up against Danny DeFito on the Night Owl Jam line as we go into Jam 16. Tip, 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 tiptoe away goes Merle Hazard with the lead jammer status for Sacramento.
Pat kind of hanging out there in the straightaway. Huge check courtesy of that amazing Sacramento blocker. I'm so far away. My old lady eyes can't see it. Chat, let me know.
Was that Khan?
No, it's the very tall blocker with amazing
Very
footwork.
tall. Ooh, you so tall.
It's anorexic.
It is anorexic.
Now, I was just talking to my producer, Scar Trek. We were just talking about how there was a lack of star passes, and I think Montana has like a hidden mic at our desk right here, so I don't know what's happening. But kudos for that star pass off to their pivot, Rhodes Warrior.
We got Spartafish in the chat saying Forward is known for closing dim deals. That's Foreclosure. And love to Hazard and Anorexic.
Shh, everybody be quiet. Way too loud.
Places, please.
Jam
I-90.
17. Oh, yeah, it's I-90 back in the
Yeah.
rotation. Team Montana was doing more of a 4-jammer rotation, Sacramento with 5, but now it's paying off. Montana has I-90 in that rotation, slows down Mobile Morgue just a little bit.
I-90 has the lead, but Mobile Morgue has that speed, calls it off. I-90 getting that successful route out.
Well, I-90 just doing a GPS remap, calling off that jam, does not want any of that business for Mobile Morgue.
Recalculating. Hazard ahead, but not Merle Hazard, Mobile Morgue.
Mobile Morgue. So many short jams this game so far. I mean, we're trickling into like minute 8, and we're at 17 jams so far. That's a lot of jams for a half.
That
It
is quite
it's
a
really,
bit.
Yeah. I was going to say both teams at full strength, but I hear a whistle, and we're going to lose Double D. I believe it's, Montucky Lucky to the penalty box.
Now Swifty has the lead. And Foggy out of the pack on initial. Pack speeding up around corner 2.
Oh, yeah, that's Montana trying to maintain that front wall, which they're very good at, but they have a little micro pack at the top waiting for Dr. Brawley Pop to continue on with their wall.
And that was O2 Tank trying to keep eyes on Swifty, but Swifty sliding and gliding, gets through and gains 4 points for Sac.
Montana's momentum has been scoreless for 5 full jams, and I think that happened after the clock stoppage as well. So
Ali Stone on the Night Owl Jam line for Sacramento up against Party Thrasher.
I mean, I know we're in a desert, but I don't like those pointless jams, droughts. I don't like that at all. I do see Ref Boyer D in the chat. Prediction might be wrong. That's okay. It's a very hard-hitting and very exciting game. I agree. The score does not tell you the full story here. Sacramento and Montana both duking it out here on the track. Lead jammer going to Party Thrasher there, Rolene.
Breaking that streak of leads there and kind of hoping to get Montana back on the board in Jam 19. Allison looking to make it out on initial. 4 points already awarded to Party Thrasher.
Yeah, they made it rain.
Allison out with start in hand.
Yeah, Allison was eclipsed by Double D, but Double D was out of play, so Allison is out and eligible to score now.
You do have to be within the engagement zone.
You have to. Only 2 on that last pass, but 6 points total for Team Montana's jam. 35-69. That's nice. Very nice. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Nice offense, Dirt. Yes, agreed. Freckles. I know roads. Good job, Pivot, says Swizzle the Destroyer. It's so hard to read, these teeny tiny.
Swole Destroyer.
Oh, I like that. Ooh.
Merle Hazard on that Night Owl Jam line up against Sparta for Montana. And this is Sparta's lead. Merle out of the pack.
That'll make 2 in a row for Team Montana's lead.
Sparta sliding and calling it from the ground. 1 point awarded to Team Montana.
Nice to see Sparta back up and about after that spill earlier. Glad that they are skating well and feeling good.
Bouncing back like a bouncy ball.
AZRD skaters are proudly sponsored by 187 Killer Pads, worn by the most pros in the world. If you skate, you know why. Check out 187killerpads.com.
Foreclosure back on the Night Owl Jam line against Dan and DeFito.
Oh my goodness, that pivot is strong. Foreclosure is done with that.
Party Crasher building a
procedure.
bridge. Oh. But to the Lookout Publications penalty box, foreclosure goes, making this a Brick Road coffee power jam for Team Montana. Dana DeFito looking to make it out on initial, but instead passes the star to Double D. Hey.
Double D looking for some action here. Double D one to watch, though, for sure. Illegal contact on the side for a forecloser, so taking a seat in that Lookout Publications penalty box. And Double D takes it away with 4 big points right off the bat.
Scoring star pass for Team Montana. Double D sneaking by on the inside, gets caught at the top of the pack and sent back just as Foreclosure makes it back into the pack from the Lookout Publications penalty box. Foreclosure blamming through that pack. Double D getting recycled back by 143. That is Cinder Blocker. Cinder Blocker keeping eyes and skin on Double D at the back of the pack. Foreclosure making it through. 4 points on the board for Sacramento.
Nice work there from Team Montana. If they don't get the lead, that they do a great job trying to take that front wall, trying to control the pace of the game. Huge hit to Double D. Forecloser on the back end.
That's by Khan. Foreclosure skating by with 4 more points for Sacramento. 3 seconds left in this jam. Whistles be whistling.
Wow, what a jam that was, Rolene. There's 8-6, and very well done by both sides, especially since the lead was lost at the beginning there. And then Team Montana, right off the bat, picking up that star pass, giving it to Double D, and Double D runs with it.
Scar Trek is going to check on this. I do believe that's the first scoring star pass of the game. Yes, so shout out to Montana on that.
Hellhound says, let them cook, let her cook. Everybody's
Let
in the
them all
kitchen.
cook.
Everybody's in the kitchen. Mobile Morgue takes
Mobile
the
Morgue
lead.
out of the kitchen.
Out of the kitchen.
On fire. Pants on fire, but
Pants?
not a liar.
No. Those are slacks. Rolene.
Slacks. Pants are slacks.
Shh. No, they are not.
Mobile Morgue, though, with lead and 4 points so far on the board. Foggy looking to make it out on initial. Met at the top by 6-1-8. That's Mo Dirt. Mo Dirt sending Foggy off as Mobile Morgue goes back into the pack.
Mo Dirt, Mo problems.
Was supposed to say Mobile Morgue looking for Mo points.
5 points on the board in that last jam for Sacramento. That brings them to 82-42, which makes it very good and easy for Maths. 40 points separating these two teams with just 2 minutes remaining in this first half.
That score announcement brought to you by Easy Math.
Easy Math. Woohoo, Morgue, says Payne Dolce.
Pain dulce, dulce.
Sid V says, I love bacon. Who does not?
I don't.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Swifty with the lead. Party Thrasher jamming for Montana. Party with Swifty with 4 points on the board. Party out with star cover in hand.
Wow, what a tumble there into turn one. You do see a Party Crasher just slowly rolling up off the front lawn, getting rid of all those red cups in turn one. 7 points on the board for Sacramento, 89. Extends their lead to 89. So that's 3 jams in a row, 3 multi-point pass.
Multi-point pass.
For Sacramento. I think that's the name of the game for this particular game. Sacramento picking all those multi-point jams. But who has picked up lead there, Rolene?
Sparta with the lead up against Swifty. Swifty playing this jam starting off in the Lookout Publications penalty box. It is a Brick Road Coffee power jam in favor of Montana.
Now, Montana does such a great job of capitalizing on the jammer penalties from Sacramento. So we'll see what Sparta does as Sparta comes around the track, that front wall being maintained by Sacramento. Just a 2-wall to get past, and a nice work here by Rhodes Warrior, trying to keep that congealed Triforce together, slow down Sparta, as we do have both jammers now back on track.
That's Myth America at the top of the tripod here, working for Sacramento. A bit of a loop-de-loop there by Mo Dirt. Swifty back from the penalty box and through. Wow. And that jam brings us to halftime. 8 points, though, awarded. 8 points awarded to Montana in that last jam. Score is sitting at 89-50 in favor of Sacramento as we do go into this halftime. Oh, my goodness. Everyone, take a breath, take a drink, take a stretch, and we will be back in about 12 minutes for the second half of this game.
And while we're on the halftime, make sure you think about your choices. Let us know who you think should be MVP or MVP. I do see Freckles already saying Khan for MVP. Everybody's on fire. We'd love to hear your comments, and we will take them into consideration. So I've been Cakes, joined with Rolene, and also on behalf of our producer, Scar Trek. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, so make sure you hydrate and do all the fun things that Rolene has mentioned, and we'll be back for Cactus Cup 2026.
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
Ryan here, and I'm here to ask you if your helmet is cooked. Whether you're on the derby track or at the skate park, your helmet has one job: to protect you. So let's check out your helmet together and find out if it's still doing its job. Look for the following signs to determine if the EPS foam in your helmet has deteriorated. 1. Physical cracks or deformations. 2. Soft spots. 3. Discoloration. 4. Separation from the shell. 5. Age. Helmets should be replaced every 3 years depending upon usage, even if they appear to be in good condition. 6. Unusual odors. Let's move on to the outer shell and consider your previous impacts. If the helmet has been involved in a significant impact, the EPS foam could be compromised even if no visible damage is apparent. If the strap adjusters, clip, or straps are compromised, your helmet placement might be compromised if you take a fall. Last but not least, if your helmet doesn't fit you properly, it's not going to do its job when you need it most. Your helmet should sit about 1 finger width above your eyebrows and stay put when you're moving around or shaking your head. Visit 888.com to find out about our cutting-edge helmet technology and designs. The most certifications, the latest technology, the best fit. We've got you covered.
Hello, everyone.
The right helmet is super important to me because I'm a big fan of my brain and I want to protect it.
I actually am gonna plug in the new deep cover helmet because it's amazing. That's the one helmet that I feel like I can adjust like perfectly and then I don't have to worry about it.
Your head, your noggin, it's your life. When I play, if I am thinking about the game and not thinking about what I'm wearing, I am on fire.
Our heads are so important, so I think it's really important to have a helmet that fits you. It just feels like nothing's on my head. I feel protected. It's definitely a great helmet. It feels like it was made for me.
This fits my head. I feel really safe in this. I can adjust it on the fly. It also comes in a lot of cool colors.
It feels very snug. I don't know, it's not like a tight helmet, it's like it really like a hug that just has so many fitting arrangements, like it changes everything.
It landed where it needed to land. It protected me at the back of my skull. I just never felt more safe than I did with the deep cover.
The smaller shell size means that my head is not 12 times bigger than it should be. It feels snug, it feels safe. When I tried it on, I was like, this is the greatest helmet of all time. I'm never taking it off.
I think 888 is doing an awesome job listening to the skaters.
They're listening to the athletes and they're listening to the things that make us feel safe.
And welcome back from the halftime of Game 8 here at 2026 Clover Cup. If you're just joining us, it is Sacramento Maulstars playing in blue up against Team Montana in white. My name is Rolene.
And I am Cakes.
And we're so excited to have you.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. But more so of a pleasure, I do want to say I love our producer, Scar Trek, telling us all of the cool things that happened in the first half. If you've been missing it, you've been missing a battle, Sacramento and Montana. Sacramento seeded 3rd and Montana seeded 7th, but Sacramento coming off an upset from yesterday. And it's interesting how close the score differential is. But I love how Montana always rebounds back defensively, and something you need to watch. And so some of our cool stats that Scar has given us, one thing to note is that we have Sacramento, your highest scoring jammer is number 80, Merle Hazard, with 28 points. And not too far behind with 20 points is Morg. And then for Montana, I'm going to let you take a look at these cool notes, so you can let the users know.
Our highest scoring jammer is Sparta so far on Team Montana. 24 points so far in the first half, followed by Danny DeFito with 17 points scored in the first half.
And I think part of the story, too, is when jammer penalties are lost. So there's been 5 total jammer penalties on the Sacramento side. To Montana's have only lost them twice. Oh, hello, Dr. Girlfriend.
Hello.
Fighting Girlfriend, how are you? Oh, hi.
Hi.
I thought we were in trouble for a second.
No, Fighting Girlfriend saying, hey. Hey. I'd love to play your song again, but Derby's happening.
There's been no star passes on the Sacramento side, but 3 total from Team Montana. It is in their repertoire. It's something they do practice, and I think that they've utilized it in really
it's
contentious
successful.
moment. Yeah,
it is straight up successful.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Go Team Montana from a New York fan. That's exciting. Period to the funky boogaloo.
Ref Boyardee, you are coming in with some fun stuff for our chat. Talls with the crop top with the suck it up a Care Bear stare is the best. Thank you, Jess. I agree.
And it looks like the Sac fans are planning a PJ watch party with pizza for tomorrow.
These are good points to have. Jen Pop also says tomorrow championship Twitch. Yes, stick around. Everything will be done on Twitch this entire weekend. Thank you so much to our amazing crew here. We're going to get a forearm call and Double D taking a seat in that Lookout Publications penalty box.
Allison,
what's happening here?
Oh my goodness, doing a bit of a rubber band recycle here. Foggy, take it. Allison almost taking it all the way to the top of the pack. This is a very tricky but strategic move. We've seen it before. This is the first time I'm seeing it at this tournament. But Allison, yeah, recycling Foggy almost completely all the way around the track and then picking up speed, sliding through. Woo! And staying inbounds, gaining lead jammer status for Sacramento. Foggy out on initial and gaining. Allison with a hop, skip, and a jive from the inside of the track. No points for you.
But don't worry, double zeros on that jam. I really like that Foggy was just like, nope, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be eaten today. We know that's the eat the baby move in roller derby, and
yeah.
just not having it, and I like that.
I know some people they call it that term or not. I need a non-baby eating term for that move.
That's fair. I feel like when you have time on the clock, I see why one team would use that to their advantage, but it's not a favorite of mine, something I'm okay with letting that go. So now on the Night Owl Jam line, you see Swifty moving off that pack very quickly, picking up the lead for Sacramento.
Jamming against Party Thrasher. Now, Party Thrasher is on the same team as Party Crasher, and we were talking about that, wanting to know what's the difference between those two and what's the relation. Montana now with a successful star pass to Montucky Lucky with that star.
Oh, tiptoeing through the tulips is Swifty. Unfortunately picks up a track cut, and this is a power jam situation in favor of Montana. Montana did a great job using that star pass in their strategy book for a pass to Montucky Lucky.
Montucky Lucky looking for points. Coming up against the Sacramento blockers at the top of the pack.
Rhodes Warrior shutting down lane 4. Montucky Lucky having to recycle in the back wall.
Shock and Auburn meeting Montucky Lucky. Montucky getting a bit of an assist there by 1-7. That's Texas Twister. Yeehaw! We got Montana, Montucky, and Texas.
Party Thrasher doing a great job opening up some wiggle room here for Montucky Lucky, but Sacramento doing such a great job on this penalty kill.
Eyes and skin on that jammer. Swifty out on the outside, gaining 4 points coming back from that Lookout Publication penalty box. Texas Twister twisting into the Publications penalty box for Montana.
So slight pack advantage near for Sacramento as the pack starts to trickle into turn 4. Huge check there by number 49, Party Thrasher.
Hammer looking for Swifty at the back of the pack. Swifty sliding and gliding through on the inside. 4 additional points for Sac, bringing Sacramento over that century mark, or a bucket and then some, as Johnny Pepper would say. 4 points on the board by Montucky Lucky. Jam comes to the end, but not before Swifty takes a swift 20 for Sacramento.
Nice work on that power jam, still picking up 20 full points, and that's the highest scoring jam in the game total as well for Sacramento. And they had the highest scoring jam previously in the first quarter with number 80 with 16 points. You know them as Merrill Hazard. So, wow, what great work by Sacramento.
Danny DeFito on the Night Owl jam line for Montana up against Foreclosure for Sacramento.
I do like the chat saying here, reabsorbing the jammer, packing the jammer, tripping the jammer, trapping the jammer, or 6-point pass setup. Love that. And you using Reddit, which I'm trying to get better at because I know Derby does have a Reddit. So thank you, Hellhound, for that because I love the terminology.
Foreclosure has the lead for Sacramento. Dan and DeFito currently in the Lookout Publications penalty box, making this a Brick Road Coffee power jam for Sac.
Sacramento taking a slight offensive maneuver here as we go into turn number 3. Nice work overall. Foreclosure doing a great job of using the momentum swing for the pack to pick up speed, and Montana trying to take that front wall back from Foreclosure.
Foreclosure gaining 7 points total for Sacramento as we go into jam 4.
Not too bad on penalties here. We have Sacramento roller derby sitting at 19 penalties total for the whole team, 18 on the board for Montana, so that's pretty even, Stevens. The only player in trouble right now is Texas Twister with 5 penalties rolling.
They might be twisting out of the game if they don't get that twister in
Only
line.
if it gets to be a category 5.
Category 5.
Ooh, the jammers are off. Both Hazard and Sparta.
Sparta with lead.
Doing the thing. Sparta picks up the lead, closes off the jam very quickly. Double zeros to both. Wow, first lead for Montana in this period, and they shut it down.
Going into jam 5, 24 seconds on the clock as I speak. Shout out to those officials on and off the track for keeping this game on time and in line. I-90 jamming for Montana, and with the lead up against Mobile Morgue.
Would you say that the officials are keeping everybody on track?
Everybody is keeping us on track. Thank you for that.
I-90 is your lead jammer for Montana, but Mobile Morgue pulling up to the bend is trying to pick up points. Oh, and I-90 picks up the track cut, so this would be a power jam, a Brick Road Coffee power jam situation for Sacramento.
Mobile Morgue knowing exactly what to do in this situation, pushing the pack around corner 1, getting some help there by Mo Dirt, gaining 4 points for Sacramento so far.
Mobile Morgue hoping all the bodies hit the floor because they will be in business. Nice work here overall we have number 618 from the Sacramento side.
Mobile Morgue getting a bit of a shirt whip there from Rose Villain.
Yeah, that was Mo Dirt doing a great job as well, just giving some wiggle room for Mobile Morgue. Mobile Morgue now again on another scoring run. So far, 8 picked up. Montana taking that front wall as we start to head into the second straightaway. Huge check, courtesy, again, of Mo Dirt to Mobile Morgue. And Mobile Morgue gets through in the inside lane, puts up 4.
Mo Dirt, no problem. Mobile Morgue being met at the back of the pack. That's Hanny Oakley at the top of a tripod working with Mauled Whiskey. However, Mobile Morgue is sent off with 4 additional points for Sacramento.
Montana setting up that wall as the pack starts to enter turn number 3. Just one in the mix. You know them as Rose Villain. Rose trying to keep Montana on their toes here.
Double D recycling Mobile Morgue to the back as the jam comes to an end.
Wow, Mobile Morgue got beat up in that last round, but Sacramento, that is a huge jam for Mobile Morgue and Sacramento. 16 points on the board.
Montana gaining 4 as we go into jam 7.
I mean, I know it's only jam 5, but there's been 43 points scored from Sacramento.
My apologies. We're going into jam 6. My eyes are defeating me.
It happens with age. It's okay. There's a place for everybody at any age and any size and any, box you want to put yourself in. Everybody can be here, even your old lady eyes, because I have them as well.
Ain't that the truth? Thank you for Derby. Team timeout. Great time to let you know that Sisu is a proud supporter of the 2026 Cactus Cup. They are engineered for elite athletes. Sisu mouth guards offer unmatched protection and comfort with innovative features that keep you focused on your game. Get the best in mouth protection. That's Sisu.
Why so quiet?
I figured I'd give everyone's ears a rest.
I was talking to our producer here, Scar Trek, and we just felt like this is an old school derby moment here with Sacramento coming in so hot. They decided we're going to open this pit up and pick up 43 points within 5 jams. Because why not? Why not just make it insane?
This team timeout rolling into an official timeout.
Ref Boyer D is asking what is Sacramento Roller Derby's ranking. I believe that they are, I wrote that down earlier. Give me 1 second. Sacramento is ranked 14th currently. And these rankings are going to change over the weekend. So
they change every weekend, it feels like, with more games coming in and more tournaments to watch. Speaking of more games, stay tuned whether you're in-house or online, because we still have so much more action to go both today and tomorrow here, courtesy of Arizona Roller Derby and the Cactus Cup.
Yeah, online yesterday, Sacramento was 13th, right on that bubble of 14th. And I know, depending on the point differential from yesterday, the rankings, that bubble is right there. So give it time, friend.
I spy with my old lady eye that we do have some photographers in the house today. Thank you, photographers, for being here. We'd love to shout you out further, so let us know who's in the house.
That official timeout was due to a point just being removed from the Sacramento total in that last jam. So it was originally 16. 1 point was removed, so it was a 15-point jam, but still very high in that score. Right now we have, running off that night all jam line, Mobile Morgue yet again against Foggy from Montana.
Rose Warrior and Khan at the top of the pack has to let Foggy go. Foggy now with lead for Montana.
And there's another track cut on Sacramento. So Mobile Morgue did head to the penalty box towards the end of that jam. So that power start, Foggy does pick up that lead, as you did mention there, Rolly. And the pack's now just duking it out as they enter turn number 2.
Both jammers back on the track, and Mobile Morgue making up for lost time. Gets out on initial. Oh, we do have an additional track cut, though, going to Mobile Morgue. A little too fast. Too much mustard.
That's the 4 in the row for track cuts, and it's consistently. So, we talked about building a habit or a trend, and the trend is track cut. Sneaky. And I think it might be the slacks. Just kidding. I think the slacks make them very swift
No, I
around the track.
I wouldn't say slacks are still in for sure. Foggy working on racking up those points for Montana. So far, 8 points, calls it off, which will give Montana a bit of an advantage going into Jam 7. Brick Road Coffee power start process.
I love the work by Mo Dirt, falling with style, and I think, and a smile. It was just glorious.
Falling with style and a smile.
That's Mo Dirt. And if you fall and hard and it hurts, just rub more dirt on it.
Just rub in the dirt. Do you believe we have an official timeout on the track? Wonderful time to let you know if you are in-house or if you're planning to be in-house, definitely check out De La Luz Vintage. Earth Cowboy and De La Luz Vintage are in-house offering live patchwork where you can pick a blank, pick a patch, and watch it get sewn live. So check them out. And also, if you haven't checked out Pretty Girls Bakery, Pretty Girls is your go-to for jumbo gourmet cookies, moist cakes, decadent brownies, and a variety of other sweets. I had their Bischoff cookie butter cookie yesterday. And
that looked amazing.
Oh my goodness. It was good.
Jam is back underway, and we have Mobile Morgue starting in the Lookout Publications penalty box. So this Brick Road Coffee power start is showcasing Party Thrasher of Montana. Party Thrasher does pick it up and cranks it to an 11.
Who likes to rock the party? Party Thrasher likes to rock the party.
Montana putting back together that nice mountainy range of defense, and it gives a lot of room for Party Thrasher to come on through and pick up a big 4 points. Mobile Morgue just unable to get past what Montana's thrown out.
Twice in a row now, Party Thrasher has thrashed through on toe stops, just skipping and jumping away, racking those points.
Oh my goodness. Would you just look at all this work by Double D? And in the back work here, Hanny Oakley just slowed down.
Double D working at the top of the pack there with Tough Love.
Nice work overall for Team Montana.
Tough Love putting the tough in that jam. Shutting Mobile Morgue out. 12 points awarded to Party Thrasher. Who likes to rock the party?
And 24 points total in the last 3 jams for Team Montana, capitalizing on those jammer penalties from Sacramento, and that's huge, and I think that will keep them in contention in this score. Now lining up on that Night Owl jam line, we have Merle Hazard and Danny DeFito from Montana.
Merle gaining lead jammer status for Sacramento. Danny DeFito being met there by Mo Dirt, who apparently in the chat, they say that Mo Dirt gives amazing helicopter rides. If you know, you know.
Oh, I'm so intrigued by that statement, and I almost got distracted from actual roller derby, which is the whole purpose for me being here.
Focus on the derby. As Scar Trek has told me, we need to be announcing like a mullet. Business first party second.
And it's so
Come
hard.
on.
Get it together. 135 to 78 in favor of Sacramento. 17 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this contest. And just so you know, whoever takes this win will face Cherry City for the 5th place game tomorrow. You can put that on your calendar for 2 p.m. Mountain Time.
It's on my calendar.
You know what's also on my calendar?
We're not Mountain Time though. We are Pacific right now.
We're on the same timeline.
We are. Sparta with lead. Oh, hold on.
I don't know what happened.
Cut. We're going to take it again from the top.
Well, color me surprised. Well, all right,
it's a pretty color on you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I wear it with a smile.
16 minutes and 40-odd seconds left in the second half of this game. I-90 back on the Night Owl jam line for Montana up against Allison.
Both teams at full strength as we head into jam number 10, and your lead jammer awarded to Allison. Nice front wall defensive work here by Sacramento. That tripod really hammering down I-90. I-90 is going to be under construction for quite some time because Allison picks up 4 already off the bat. The pack has not moved from turn 1.
Pack stretching and then contracting back together on turn 1 as Allison re-enters the pack. 4 points so far on the board for Sac.
Montucky Lucky trying to make some move on the outside lane. It does pick up that star. Just have to get a little hit and check from Myth America. Welcome to America, everybody. Track cut now on Allison. Loses that jammer position, that lead jammer position.
This is now a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam for Montucky Lucky. Last time Montucky had the star, Montucky put Lucky points on the board for Montana. Lucky out on a scoring pass with 4 so far, being met in the middle of the pack there by 8-2. That's Myth America.
I really want you to take a look at what Montana has been doing here. Sacramento kind of, their defensive wall was broken apart just a little bit, but Montana pushed them into the inside lane to give Montucky Lucky a lot of wiggle room on lanes 3 and 4.
8 points so far. Hammer getting out of the way of Montucky. Getting ready as Allison re-enters the track from the Lookout Publications penalty box. Allison sliding through on the inside. 4 points awarded to Sac.
Hammer's going to head to the penalty box, think about her choices for 30 seconds, but Allison just keeping that running. It's not daylight saving time, it's Allison.
Montucky Lucky getting recycled back. Comes back through, but the jam does come to an end. Counting those additional points there, 11 points awarded to Montucky Lucky. 10 points to Allison for Sacramento.
Wow, what a jam that was, 10-11. Montana wins the jam. Sacramento remains on top at 145-89. The chat is getting silly gooses all over. I thought they were talking about star passes. Now they're talking about starfishes, and I cannot.
All the stars. Foggy back on the line for Montana up against Merle Hazard. Merle sliding through and gaining lead jammer status in less than 8 seconds into this jam.
That wall building now for Sacramento in the front. Foggy unable to beat. They have to bridge out now for Sacramento to release Foggy. Foggy now coming around the bend. Merle Hazard forcing the pack to break apart for Team Montana and closes off that jam there, Rolene. Wow, that was really tough. As in second straightaway, the pack didn't even do a rotation.
That's how it's done. What's our penalty stats looking like as we go into Jam 12?
Well, not too bad on both sides. They're pretty even, although Sacramento has a lot more penalties than Montana, not by much, only 6 penalties separating these two teams. So 27 total for Sacramento, 21 total for Montana, and 2 players are doing a little bit more work on that penalty trouble line. We have Cinder Blocker with 5 penalties for Sacramento, and on the Montana side, we have Texas Twister as 5, but everybody else is doing pretty well.
For Closer, getting closer to Party Thrasher as Party Thrasher out with initial. Pack now whipping it up. We are feeling the heat up here, and it's not from the sun. It is from these players on the track. For Closer, did not like how close Montana was getting. Montana, 2 points, calls it off real quick.
Is this a bakery? Because I just feel whipped. Wow, that's so fast, that pack. 2 points, like as you mentioned there, Rolene, on the board, and that was dynamite.
Dynamite.
Barry Boo says, I know how Montana feels. I get faster when I see Cinder's booty coming at me sideways. Good call. I think that's for safety. Thank you for doing that for yourself.
Night Owl Jam line being held by Swifty for Sac and Sparta for Montana. And Swifty swiftly out for Sacramento. Sparta out of the pack as well for Montana.
Pack really spread thin as it enters turn number 2. The second straightaway is Occupado. We have a lot of work being done by all the blockers. There wasn't too many walls there getting defensive there, Rolling. I was kind of nervous, but another quick jam. I think they're feeling a lot of the momentum here, both sides.
The only place where walls are definitely encouraged to be built up between people is a derby, for sure. You should not build up walls in between your relationships, but in derby, it is allowed.
Three points on the board for Sacramento. This is a hard-fought 3 points there on that last jam.
Definitely hard. Allison on the Night Owl Jam line for Sac up against Danny DeVito for Montana.
Both teams at full strength.
Allison getting recycled back. Lead jammer still out for availability as Danny DeVito pushes the pack to its extremes. We start to see a bridge there by Texas Twista. Texas recycling Allison back to the back of the pack.
Texas Twista, one to watch for the Team Montana side. Great job this game so far. Very physical and just mentally shifting the game for the Montana defense.
Khan working at the top of the pack with Myth America. Sacramento losing 1-4-3. That's Cinder Blocker back to the penalty box for a directional.
And that'll be the 6th penalty now for Cinder Blocker.
Ooh,
so
you in danger, girl.
You in danger, girl, at 10 minutes remaining.
Mo Dirt at the top of the pack, keeping Danny DeVito at bay. So far, lead jammer status still out. We're taking applications. Apply now. 41 seconds left in this jam.
Love the work by Mo Dirt, and it's always complimentary with con artists, so I really like what they've been able to do.
O2 Tank working with Danny DeVito to get Danny out. O2, though, having to go back and build a bit of a bridge there. And there we have it. Allison with just over 20 seconds left in this jam gets lead jammer status. O2 Tank now with the official star pass for Montana. If I can't help you get out, I'll get out myself.
O2 Tank has a lot left in her tank because you see her wiggling through this pack, doing a great job. Some friendly fire by Twister. And the jam comes to a close. 3 points on the board at that last pass.
Wait a minute, you're on my team?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get out of your way. Timeout on the track.
We have a lot of shout outs for and love for our camera operator, 2x4.
Oh, yeah.
Doing such a great job. Everybody in the chat just loves your work.
This is her first time.
Oh, well, you're doing fantastic.
Well, you don't show
Professional.
it, for sure. I mean, it's getting hot up here.
This will stop. This official review will be called by Sacramento. It stops the clock at 9 minutes and 14 seconds.
Trek is beaming down to the track to let us know what's going on.
155 to 91.
9 minutes.
There's 9 minutes. I mean, anything can still take place here. You don't know what the penalties might be.
We're going to take a moment right here to turn off mics and talk secretly about our MVs. If you have suggestions for MVs, now's the time. Now's the time to throw them in the chat because we have some ideas, but we'd love to hear yours as well.
In the chat, we see Maulstars are dominating. Proud of you guys, says Sparta Fish. Agreed. But I think if I put my coach hat on, I would say I love the work, again, by Team Montana's defensive walls. And I think I'll be using a lot of the tape that we're seeing on your screen to formulate a new playbook. Payne says, let's go Hazard. Thank you so much for being here all weekend long. Oh my gosh. Glow job. I love your name. Love Allison. You love Allison. I agree. Allison is one to watch. Great jammer. my co-announcers are contemplating the secrets of who they feel should get the most valuable player awards. That whistle means we will get started. 5 seconds is called, and on that Night Owl Jam line, we have Merle Hazard of Sacramento and I-90 from Team Montana.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello. So the official review is not retained from Sacramento. They were looking for a call on the Montana jammer for coming out of bounds and picking up speed before entering the track. So that call will remain uncalled. That's all that's going to happen there.
You don't know unless you ask. 4 points, though, awarded to Sacramento, courtesy of Merle Hazard with the lead. I-90 looking to make it out now with star in hand as Merle slides from the inside to the middle of the pack. Met at the top of the pack by Party Crasher. Party Crasher working with Hanny Oakley and Double D. Oh, as Merle Hazard makes it out with 4 points additional for Sac. I-90 out on initial with start in hand. Merle back in the pack and sliding through with, oh, there we go, a track cut. So this will make it a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam in favor of Team Montana. I-90 with that Power Jam. Lead was lost, so we are going to be looking at a full 2-minute jam here. I-90 being met at the top of the pack. That's Annie Rexick working with Rose Villain and Red.
Pack now settling in turn 3. One just trying to challenge that route, and we're going to get a multiplayer block on 451 on Sacramento.
Shock and Auburn.
Shock and Auburn, the captain.
Multiplayer. Merle currently with 8 points on the board for Sacramento. Double D gets a successful star pass, but unable to put it into a scoring play. Jam does come to its natural conclusion. 9 points awarded to Sac and 3 points to Montana. I do believe those points were by I-80.
Want to give a shout out to one of our event sponsors, Sisu, engineered for elite athletes. Sisu mouth guards offered unmatched protection and comfort with innovative features that keeps you focused on your game. Get the best in mouth protection. Check out Sisu mouth guards.
4 closer on the track for Sacramento, and now with lead. Foggy giving an official star pass once again to Montucky Lucky. 4 closer, back in the pack, calls it off.
Yeah, 4 closer just doing a great job physically. Looking for 3 points, picks up 2 for Sacramento. Wowzers.
1 point to Montucky Lucky, that lucky one. Montucky Lucky really showing us how to get scores when you get that star pass happening.
So Sacramento slowing down a little bit here on the point differential. They're maintaining their lead, but losing all these lead jammer positions is what's causing a little bit of pain on that score.
Party Thrasher back through with lead jamming status for Montana. Slides into the pack, calls it off before Swifty can enter. No points for you for either team.
And we will also have MVPs. We took a lot of your considerations in the chat. Thank you so much for letting us know how you felt. We agree. And we'll have the MVPs shortly after the game comes to a close.
The players are definitely making it hard to pick on this game. Some amazing playing going across. And just to let you know, we do have an official rule up here, unofficially official, that if somebody has gotten a MVP in a previous game, we try to spread the love and give it to someone else. So Allison, now with the lead jammer status for Sacramento, up against Sparta for Montana.
Back starts to spread really thin. Nice bridging work here by Montana's side. Star stash in hand. Sparta starting to pick a little bit of momentum up. And so good is Allison on those dips. When you dip, you see. When I dip, you dip, we dip. For those points is Allison.
And
great
now
work.
I want dip.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
4 minutes and 10 seconds on the game clock going into Jam 19.
If you're starting to make plans for your next game, make sure you stick around. At 2 p.m., we have Juarez and Wasatch. It's going to be a great game. Both of those teams, Juarez brought some great merch, and I made sure to pick that up. So check them out at 2 p.m.
Danny DeVito off the Night Owl Jam line with lead jammer status. Merle out on initial check-in. Check-in, make sure everything's safe and clean.
Yeah, there was a track cut on Double D that was very close by Merle. Merle does stay in play. So pack advantage now definitely for Sacramento as we have 2 in the box for Montana and 4 big points put on the board by Merle Hazard.
This will be a full 2-minute jam as Danny DeVito has lost that lead jammer status. Brick Road Coffee Power Jam happening for Merle. Merle making good work of it. 4 additional points for Sacramento.
Just a micro pack at that top, micro wall, I should say, for Montana. Slows down Merle has just a little bit. 4 points on the board now for, or that last pass for Merle.
Chef kiss to that track awareness and
That's
toe
hard.
stop work. Just making it in. Your wheels can hang over the line, but they just can't touch.
You can't touch this.
Can't touch this. Can't touch Merle. 16 points so far, awarded to Sacramento.
Merle has 40 seconds remaining to change that lead roll for the highest scoring jam, or at least tie it. We're going to get a forearm called here on a blocker. I'm not sure. Yes, that's 451.
Merle trying to call that jam off and then realizing, oh, no, I don't have that. I don't have that power.
Direction called on a Montana defender.
That's 22. Tough love going to the box for Montana. Lookout Publications penalty box.
Oh my gosh, Double D also going to join Lookout Publications penalty box. So Sacramento having a lot of fun here, enjoying the Montana penalties. Hazard now at the 20-point mark. Can Hazard break it? Hazard does. This is the highest scoring jam for Sacramento, and our game total, 24-point jam for Sacramento. 194 to 102 in favor of Sacramento. We're 1 minute 40 on the clock for the winner of this contest.
Woohoo! And how do you do to you, Merle Hazard?
How do you do?
How do you do? I do just fine.
Your reward for your hard work, Sacramento, will be to play Cherry City tomorrow for 5th place. So congratulations on that.
For Closer, bringing this game closer and closer to an end with lead jammer status for Sacramento. Sparta jamming for Montana.
All right, for Closer, doing great work, swiveling between lanes 4 and 1, picks up 4 points for Sacramento. And Sacramento taking that front wall away from Montana, but Montana still doing a great job overall and keeping it together and keeping the pace in par with Sacramento.
Multiplayer being assessed to Sacramento. Sitting in the block, that is Khan.
Wow, and they break the 200 mark for Sacramento with those 7 points from for Closer. 201 to 102. Wow, is that a palindrome?
Yes, it is. I had to process that in my head. So
The
hydrate.
numbers. Everybody hydrate. Thank you, chat. I love all the work that you've been putting in with us, joining us. We appreciate it. We are about to get into jam time only as the period clock expires. And finishing strong is Team Montana. Foggy picking up that lead jammer position.
Running just on jam vibes now. Mobile Morgue back from the dead and back on the track. We missed you, Mobile. We're glad you're here. Gets through, but Foggy calling it off, taking 4 points back to the bench for Montana. Our unofficial score is sitting at 201 to 106 in favor of Sacramento, but we all know it ain't official till you hear that whistle.
So true. So stick around. We are going to have MVPs immediately after this, and we do have Juarez and Wasatch coming up next on your program at 2 p.m. So make sure you stick around for that. I've been Cakes, and I've been joined by the amazing Rolene and Scar Track. This has been a ride. Sacramento.
This has been fun.
Wow. Just doing all the work. That's the final score as you know it. And wow.
Congratulations to Sacramento on the win. Awesome game by Montana. 201 to 106 is the final score.
And like we said earlier, they will take on Cherry City tomorrow. So stick around for that. That's also at 2 p.m.
Sacramento will be taking on Cherry City. And I do believe, are we ready for those MVs?
I believe we are.
Here comes the lovely Bonita.
Give it up for Sacramento roller derby. And give it up for Team Montana roller derby.
Look at that. Nothing like a souvenir high five.
All right, Rolene, who do we have for our most valuable players? I think
we have Bonita getting to the track. The lovely Bonita has asked, allow me to make my presence known first. And so as soon as I see lovely Bonita in that beautiful red dress, there she goes.
With Team Indigenous Rising t-shirt, bringing awareness. Thank you so much, Bonita, wearing red for our missing and murdered Indigenous women.
Indigenous women, thank you.
Thank you. And it's Catterday or Cause Saturday, and I really love that cause. Bonita showcasing that. So, Team Montana, Team Sacramento, we have your MVP awards. We're going to let you do your lovely photo. Bonita's making her way down to you. Making her way downtown.
Quick, and another wonderful shout out to our friends both here in the house as well as online. It's been fun chatting with you. And all right, let's do this. Most valuable jammer for Sacramento goes to Merle Hazard. Most valuable blocker goes to Con Artist. And your most valuable overall goes to Mo Dirt.
Make sure you see Bonita. She's in all red for your MVP award sticker.
Can't miss her.
Yeah, can't miss her. In that sea of the blue. Your MVP is for Team Montana. Your most valuable jammer is Sparta. For Team Montana, your most valuable blocker, Montucky Lucky. And your most valuable overall for Team Montana Roller Derby, Party Crasher. Give it up for all of our MVPs. Thank you for being here. You're amazing. I've been Cakes, and I've been joined by Rolene. And on behalf of Scar Track, thanks for joining us. Stick around. We'll see you later for Cactus Cup 2026 and more action trackside here from Arizona.
Take care.
The right helmet is super important to me because I'm a big fan of my brain and I want to protect it.
I actually am gonna plug in the new deep cover helmet because it's amazing. That's the one helmet that I feel like I can adjust like perfectly and then I don't have to worry about it.
Your head, your noggin, it's your life. And when I play, if I am thinking about the game and not thinking about what I'm wearing, I am on fire.
Our heads are so important, so I think it's really important to have a helmet that fits you. It just feels like nothing's on my head. I feel protected. It's definitely a great helmet. It feels like it was made for me.
This fits my head. I feel really safe in this. I can adjust it on the fly. It also comes in a lot of cool colors.
It feels very snug. I don't know, it's not like a tight helmet, it's like really like a hug that just has so many fitting arrangements. Like it changes everything.
It landed where it needed to land, it protected me at the back of my skull. I just never felt more safe than I did with the deep cover.
The smaller shell size means that my head is not 12 times bigger than it should be. It feels snug, it feels safe. When I tried it on, I was like, this is the greatest helmet of all time. I'm never taking it off.
I think Triple Eight is doing an awesome job listening to the skaters.
They're listening to the athletes and they're listening to the things that make us feel safe.
Hello, everyone.
Hi folks, Tui Lion here, and I'm here to ask you if your helmet is cooked. Whether you're on the derby track or at the skate park, your helmet has one job, to protect you. So let's check out your helmet together and find out if it's still doing its job. Look for the following signs to determine if the EPS foam in your helmet has deteriorated. 1. Physical cracks or deformations. 2. Soft spots. 3. Discoloration. 4. Separation from the shell. 5. Age. Helmets should be replaced every 3 years depending upon usage, even if they appear to be in good condition. 6. Unusual odors. Let's move on to the outer shell and consider your previous impacts. If the helmet has been involved in a significant impact, the EPS foam could be compromised even if no visible damage is apparent. If the strap adjusters, clip, or straps are compromised, your helmet placement might be compromised if you take a fall. Last but not least, if your helmet doesn't fit you properly, it's not going to do its job when you need it most. Your helmet should sit about 1 finger width above your eyebrows and stay put when you're moving around or shaking your head. Visit 888.com to find out about our cutting-edge helmet technology and designs. The most certifications, the latest technology, the best fit. We've got you covered.
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.